Okay, so we're live. Um, yeah, we're live. I don't know why it's making this ping, but basically, welcome back everyone to Yap and Roast. Um, this is round two, and I mean no eliminations, but we're going to be having five. Am I right? Five, four, five yappers today. So Diana wasn't here last week, but she's here today. So I'll give Diana like the opportunity to go first and like introduce yourself, like just your name and what you love to yap most about and why.
Oh my gosh, that's a hard one. Just yeah, I was already telling you I always have a hard time choosing. But yeah, so my name is Diana. Um, I really just love to jab about anything, any topic that you bring to me. And if I have something to say, I will say it, which I typically do. But I do like to talk about, like I said, calisthenics. I practice a lot of calisthenics, psychology, which I have a degree in psychology, and I'm really interested in those topics. And then anything UX, success, and obviously crypto, I'm into it.
I wish I had like that clapping emoji. I'll have to ask Cherry to teach me all the cool OBS tricks. But yeah, then we can have Emmanuel and then Cherry give just a brief intro. Like everybody already missed you last week. But just like intro, like you want, what you like to yap about, and um, yeah, that's basically it. Like your name and what you like to yap about, basically.
Well, my name is Emmanuel. I am currently stuck with something nasty, this nastiest cold ever. Uh, and this week I've been yapping about ginger tea, and ginger tea, and homeopathic remedies
Oh,
to get better.
that's cool.
I can yap about almost anything I'm curious about.
That's cool. I'm interested in homeopathic as well. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know much, but I would love to learn.
I, it's been an interest of mine for since like I was a senior in high school, just taking rabbit holes down the internet to find things. I'm happy, yeah, definitely happy to share more. Oh, I think you're on mute, Pluma.
Yeah, so I'm actually muted, but I love that like the connection for me, and I will pass my mic to Cherry to like give your intro.
Okay, thank you. I actually like drinking ginger tea too, especially since I catch colds a lot. And so I'm Cherry. I'm sure you guys know now, but like with the cherry with the fruit with the CH. And this time I wrote down that I like to yap about anime, dogs, and psychology. So I'm really interested in psychology. So, wait, what was your name? Diana?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we can yap about it later. uh, yeah, I guess that's all. I'll pass the mic back to Paloma.
Yes, thank you. And Leila is here, so I'm bringing her up. Hi, Leila.
Hello.
Yeah, so we were just like doing a round of intros, and now it's your turn. So you can just like say your name and what you love to yap about. Can you speak, Layla?
No, I guess she has
Okay.
audio
I think
issue.
maybe there's like a lag, but like we'll give her some time. Uh,
Um, are you muted? I I can't hear anyone now.
Like, can you hear us?
oh yeah, I was muted.
I can hear
But
you
yeah,
now.
like I'm going to share my screen now. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep.
Uh, okay, okay. So this is last week's leaderboard, and thank you to everyone for playing. Uh, I have like a fresh leaderboard for this week. And so I think like the first thing we can do is a little bit of NFT trivia again. But like so last week we did like five. There were two more um that we didn't get to do. But then I still like an interesting thing about NFTs kinda today. So like I just want to like I just want to like share the lore, but also like it would be fun to guess about it. So yeah. Um, where okay. Oh, okay. Wait, let me um okay. So um let me know if you're able to hear now, Lila. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just going to wait, but I would love her to be here so that she can play. I don't know. Let me text her to know what's up. In the meantime, is there any like interesting news other than Mudang that you guys have seen like this week or the past week? Any like cool thing you saw like happening on the internet?
Uh, I was gonna say the advanced voice mode full release to everybody who has a ChatGPT Plus subscription, and the videos have been pretty funny to watch. Particularly how it can adapt or try and produce like a native dialect or accent. It's been very funny to watch people's reactions.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Yeah, that's wild. I don't know if I should feel scared or or what. What should I feel? I'm unsure at the moment.
And it's crazy because this is just free data for OpenAI to train their models. So as people speak, I feel like it's only going to speak better.
Yeah, yeah, I was also reading about that and how some what's his name, the Altman guy, he's turning OpenAI onto like a for-profit organization, and it's kind of like, do we really want this guy to take us into the new era? Um, but yeah, I guess it is what it is. I guess.
Yeah, it's not really wild, especially when he said something about super intelligence being here in a few thousand days. It's like, wow, it's a great way to say like a few years, but okay. All right.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think. I don't know what else. Oh, I have seen. There's just so many things happening that you just kind of forget. Like, yeah, yesterday something happened, and then today just another thing.
It's like we have the attention span or memory of like a 15-second goldfish.
Yeah, yeah. I guess like one thing that has stuck throughout the week is Mudang and
Yeah,
the
definitely.
yeah
It's
the
already a meme coin, I
yeah,
think.
I was gonna say that the
It's so
musical.
fast.
What?
People act so fast in here.
Yeah.
I think it's not just that it's a meme coin. It's like the what the market cap is like going so high, and like people have made like millions that like went in early. So it's crazy. It's interesting. I didn't buy any coin. I thought about buying, but like I just love move. I just love.
Yeah, me too. Just
Yeah,
watching compilations.
yeah. I love even all the memes. Like he's just like a whole character,
I feel
Yeah.
like the moment I buy the coin, it's gonna tank. I've stopped touching meme coins a long time ago, but
No,
the
no. I
moment I
think
buy, it's just gonna dip.
Yeah,
no. I
yeah.
think Mudang has like potential because like also it's like the meme is like going viral on its own, and then the coin is like going up, and then in general like the market is doing a little bit better, but also like it's like new people keep discovering it, so there's like you still have some time before like someone else is like exits liquidity for you, so
I
like
don't
I
know.
don't
I
think
feel like I'm on Unk status right now. Like I bought I found out about the coin too late.
Yeah, same.
yeah.
Same here. I have war memories. Buying meme coins.
Okay, so I think that we're going to like start the NFT um guessing game. And what I have on my screen right now is something called Courtyard. So I saw a video about it recently, and like I thought it was really cool. It's digital collectibles. So if you know about like Pokemon collectibles or like sports cards, those sort of things, like I feel like depending on where you are, like you've heard of them, or you actually grew up like collecting them. And it's like Courtyard is a company where you can send your digital collectible to them. Like, sorry, you can send like your cards. If you have like rare cards, any kind of cards, you can send it to them, and then they like make it into a digital collectible. But it's kind of like, so it's like an NFT that you can buy, but like an NFT that's actually linked to an actual card. So you buy, and then like it's like what's it called? You buy like the NFT, or like you mint it or whatever, and then you like open it up, and then you discover like what card you got. But like if it's not like rare, or if it's not something you want, then you can sell it back to Courtyard for like up to 90% of um the like value of the card. And so it's like really cool. It's like and then you can also claim the actual like card that is like tied to the NFT you have. So it's like you actually own the card. The digital collectible is um just like the like online proof linked, the on-chain proof linked to it. So it's really cool because they can mail you your card, and then if you want to like put your cards up to be traded, then you can like mail them, and then they like give you like the money. And so it's, I think it's cool. I don't know if you guys think it's cool. So then the guessing part is coming up. A lot of people have been like getting on this, like buying, selling, trading, reselling back to like Courtyard, um, turning their like sports cards and Pokemon cards and all their collectibles into digital collectibles. And they had like a good like volume of sales last in the past 30 days. So the guess is like how much how much was the volume of sales over like the 30-day period on Polygon? Yeah, and also Courtyard is on Polygon.
Wow. Okay.
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
Diana is new to like the guessing. It's just fun. It's just like guess a random amount. I could give you
Yeah.
a hint. Like I don't know if I should give you a hint. I don't know if that would help because I feel like sometimes the hints I give like make people think, like throws people off.
Yeah, yeah. I think let's just like hop on. I don't really know anything about collect. Like my ex, he knew about that, but I wasn't really into it, so I don't really know anything about like anime or that type of thing. So I'll do my best.
Yeah, no problem. Like you don't need to know so much. It's just like how good you are with like guessing numbers. It's just like give a number. Um, I don't know. Should I make I feel like for Diana, I want to make it easy, but I don't know. Um, oh, um, sorry, Layla is here. Hi Layla, can you hear and
Oh,
see now?
yeah, I can, but my mic is completely messed up. So sorry about any echo you guys might hear. I have to use the speakers.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Um, so yeah, this is like just like NFT guessing game. I can like go over it like completely again, but like TLDR, this is like Courtyard. It's digital collectibles trading platform, I think. Um on Polygon, and like basically it's like if you have like a collectible like Pokemon, sports cards, you can mail it to them and then they make it like a digital collection, like a set of like collectibles on chain as represented as NFTs. And like if you buy the NFT or like you mint it, it's you like it reveals what your card actually is and like how rare it is. And then they can mail you the actual card. So it's like an NFT but with actual utility. And it's been blowing up. And so the guessing part is like over the past 30 days, they've done like a good amount of like sale volume. How much was it? And like everybody should bring their best guess. So like we usually do, just send it to me on Telegram in like 60 seconds. What your guess is, and then I will let you know who was close. I'll let you know what it is, and then who was like closest to it.
So how much is it for like any
Over
one
the past 30 days. Yeah,
like I don't know.
not in a monthly period, like the past 30 days. So like the last month, how much volume was like moved in sales, like with
Okay.
all the like trades and fees and like everything.
Okay.
So in terms of what unit?
Oh, in USD.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh my gosh, I'm just really just randomly throwing out numbers here.
Same.
Not for real.
No, don't overthink it. I honestly like I understand because I wouldn't know either if I wasn't if I didn't have the information. I wouldn't know all of these things.
I just remember days where like I was just constantly refreshing OpenSea to check prices and things while flipping NFTs, and I was just so addicted. It was crazy.
It's
Okay,
kind
so I have
it's
go on,
it's
go on.
yeah. You just kind of get that hype of like, oh my gosh, and you don't know what you're gonna get. So it's kind of like that mystery of like what's going to happen. Is it going to run out before I'm able to mint it? Because also like the whole process of minting is shitty in itself. So you just kind of have to deal with a bunch of things.
For
Yeah, but I
real.
think that the good part that they have going for them is that um if you buy, like, there's less risk, because if you buy and you don't like the card or it's not valuable, you
Yeah,
can sell it back to them and they give you like up to 90% of the value. Like they buy it from you. So, and then they probably repackage. I don't know like how that works, but I feel like on the buying side, like it would be nice to know that like I could keep like reselling till I get what I want. Like it's not like I
absolutely.
buy and I'm stuck with it. But yeah, I have everybody's guesses and like um so do you guys want to say it or should I just say it? So let me just say it to make things quicker so that we can do like yapping. Emmanuel guessed $1 million. Um um Cherry guessed $100,000. Um Laila guessed 450 USD. Am I correct? Like, was that like 450 USD? And then Diana guessed 250K. Okay, so the actual amount of like the volume that they did
Brilliant.
over the past 30 days was 4.7 million USD.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's why I thought it was like really interesting when I saw it.
Oh,
Uh So like I just saw it today literally and I was like, this is cool. Let me add this. I want to share the lore. So sorry, but thanks for playing. And so,
everyone lost.
so Emmanuel was the closest, and then Diana actually. Um and
I
then
was
Cherry.
far off though. Like, oh my gosh, I would have never guessed it.
But I would have
Number.
guessed since like Pokemon cards are really of great value, right? Oh my goodness, why didn't I make it higher?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like part of it is like the reselling because you're reselling it for like the value. And then I also like tried to show in the screenshots like the prices of some so that you can like have an idea. But I don't know. It's a guess still. Thanks for playing. Let's
Yeah,
see.
that was interesting.
The next one is Penguin, Pudgy Penguin. Somebody was a fan. I don't know if they're still here today. Was that
It
you,
was
Cherry?
me.
Are you? Yeah, I remembered that. Okay, so little bit of no lore. I think everybody knows like Pudgy Penguins. I'm sorry if you're watching and you don't. Um, but like you probably know somebody that like has a Pudgy Penguin. They're really popular. So let's quickly do this. Pudgy Penguins mint price at launch was 0.03 ETH, which was at the time $90. Um, what is the floor price currently? I mean, it went like really high to like it went really high. Like like it did so well. Like it went high. I don't want to confuse anybody with the guesses, but just know that like it went way higher than like the mint price. And then like so um what is the current floor price in ETH?
Do we just say it?
No, you just send it to me.
Okay. Um, okay.
So the mint price was like 0.03 ETH. What's the current like floor price in ETH?
Okay. In East.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
still feel like this is a very crazy time to be alive.
Really?
Betting on the right animal, PFP, could make you rich.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have your answers. Cherry, 30 ETH. Emmanuel, 1 ETH. Diana, 5 ETH. And Lila, 8 ETH. And just like if somebody is fact checking me online, this was the price when I checked. I'm so sorry. So like it might be different now because like the market is going up. So the like price I have written down was 10 ETH of like the floor price. 10.84
That's
ETH.
wild.
Wow. Yeah, it is 10.8. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So um I'm so sorry. So one second please. Okay, so Lila was the closest. Um then Diana. Diana actually doing like really good. So sorry.
Anyways.
Then Emmanuel, then Cherry. Okay. Um, I wonder if they were like actually 30 ETH at some time. Possibly. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know all these things, but okay, I doubt. Maybe the thing that changes is like the dollar price. So maybe like when ETH is high, it was like I don't know, 60 something K. So yeah, the last one. Let's just quickly do that so that we can have time to yeah. Okay, so this is Justin Bieber's NFT that he bought his Bored Ape, and so the lore about this is that like he bought it in January of 2022 for 500 ETH, which was around like 1.3 million dollars at the time, and then in July 2023 the value had greatly dropped, and so it was making the news that like oh my gosh the values of like the value like the general value of Bored Apes had dropped, and like NFTs, like everything, OpenSea, everything. And so it was making the news. Like he didn't actually sell at that point, but people were going like based on the floor price of Bored Apes at that time and saying like, oh, if he sells it now, that means he's going to lose this much money. It's like crazy. Like it was like on a lot of I don't know why that would be making the news, but yeah, it was all over the news at the time. And so the guess is like wait, they're like actually two different things that you could guess now. So yeah, he eventually listed it, and the best offer was so what was the best offer like when he listed it in ETH? Yeah, what was the best offer in ETH? But yeah, just trust me, like it was really much lower than like 500 ETH, like way lower. I hope that that hint does not confuse people. Just know that it was like a big drop for it to make the news. Okay. Lila, are you able to guess? All right. So from let me just start with Lila. From Lila, I have 25 ETH. Um, from Emmanuel, I have 60 ETH. Um, from Cherry, I have 30 ETH. Interestingly, also from Diana, I have 30 ETH.
Yeah.
So, um, what's it called? This is interesting. Um, so yeah, the actual answer was like 11.5 ETH. That's pretty
Wow.
low.
Wait.
I know. I don't know if you like ever
Wow.
saw this. I didn't keep going with like the lore. I just thought it was really interesting, like curious at the time. Um,
You said
and then I wanted to
1.5.
11.5.
11.5.
11.5 wrapped ETH, which is like basically
So
11.5 ETH.
50 times.
Hmm. Kind of more or less. Um, so yeah, Lila was
Like a
actually the
90%.
closest, then Diana and Cherry, then Emmanuel. Awesome. Thanks for playing. Let's go to Yap and Roast. Let's do we want like a buffer period, like just like share your thoughts about like the NFTs and like things like that, like before we go into Yap and Roast. Like I'm going to be changing my screen anyway, so you can like you can just yap about whatever that came up in your mind while this was happening.
The only thing I know is that I'm really bad at guessing the NFT prices.
Yeah, same here.
It's very unpredictable.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's crazy to buy and sell an asset on the same day and 24/7. And I think it's like, I don't know, we're just in a whole new time. Um, I think I was addicted for a long time, and it's just crazy.
It really is because if you think about it, like a lot of like Van Gogh, for example, he like died poor because no one nobody would buy his art, and then like this board A was like selling for 300 at some point. That's
Not for
insane.
real.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah.
was selling stuff on eBay. Like I sold some Pokemon magazines, and I was getting mad. It took like 2 weeks to sell. I was getting impatient. Like, what's going on? Web 1 technology.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe if you like check out like Courtyard, you probably see like the target audience. I don't know, like in a polite in a polite way. Like I'm not saying you like seem like Dijon. But yeah. Uh, but also the Dijon is like okay. Or also if you have like limits, let me not like talk too much about that. But yeah, yap or roast, yap and roast. You can okay, so yeah, yap or roast or both. So you can yap and roast. You can yap or you can roast a topic. Um, so we're going to like go in order of how I see it on my screen. So like starting with Emmanuel, then Cherry, then Diana, then Lila. And I hope we are able to have like 3 or 4 rounds of like yap or roast. But basically we'll just like spin the wheel when it's your turn, and whatever topic it lands on, you yap or roast about it. And then, like we said, then everybody gives you a score based on like how much you said in the minutes that you had, like how much you said or didn't say on topic, and like how they felt about it. So like I know last week we mentioned something about like having a paper, but like the scale is 1 to 5, and everybody has like 5 fingers. So you can like rate on your hand, you can like say it. Um, But yeah, you can like actually give your like can I can't really see myself. But yeah, you can rate on your like hand. Um that's an option. Or you can say it out. Also like the audience. So I wanted to do like this like really cool thing that like allows you to use comments to vote. But I just couldn't like get it to work. So I'll hopefully have that like for next week. So like for example, if the scale is like 1 to 5, like if you comment 5 for it takes all those comments as votes and then puts it on a like leaderboard. So I thought that that would be a cool way to get like audience participation. But still you can like vote with your with a number from 1 to 5. When somebody like yaps or roasts like and I can like pull up the comments and I can check and um next week I promise I'll have like the next time, which is probably going to be next week this weekend. But anywho, enough of yapping. Um, are you guys ready to yap or roast?
Let's do it.
Love it. So Emmanuel, it's your turn. I'm going to give it a spin for you.
Spin that thing.
Um,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, K dramas. It's so funny because like I'll always
wait,
watch
hold
one.
1 second. I need to send a timer. What are we doing? Like, are we doing 90 seconds, 50, 60 seconds? What do you think? I think like
Let's
let's do 90
let's
seconds
do minutes.
initially, then 60 seconds. Like,
I like 90.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, let's do 90.
All right. So I'm going to start your time now. Go.
All right, so one thing about me, like if I'm watching something, whether it be anime or a K drama or a show, like I have to watch it in its native language. So, and then I'll have like the English subtitles, whatever, in the bottom because whatever voices they be gotten for, yeah, it just makes my ears bleed, and I hate when like it's out of sync. But for K dramas, I don't watch a lot, but if I'm with my friends and they're watching one, I think I think Koreans just dress super fly in general. Like that Drewski meme of, yo, he got that shit on though. I feel like they always got that shit on. Like they know how to dress, very sharp. And I just be taking notes. On the drama part, I usually start scrolling my phone when that stuff is happening. But yeah, they know how to dress.
You still
That's it
have
for me.
24 seconds.
Oh, 24 seconds. Um, I think watching K dramas kind of like how anime got me to try more Japanese food. Like I started visiting my local Korean restaurant, and now my next goal is to order something outside of my comfort zone, outside of like bibimbap or out of or besides like beef bulgogi, eating something out of the ordinary.
Yeah, time up. But that was good. So now everybody like, what do you rate Emmanuel's yapping on like on a scale of 1 to 5? The, Cherry. Or like you could just text it to me.
Okay.
Telegram?
Yeah. Later you can text it to me too.
Okay.
Um
Okay.
I feel like if I were to get rated on knowing any K dramas, I would get a 0 because I don't know any names.
Yeah.
I can't name a single K drama.
Yeah. So I rated you 3.5 just because I think you probably haven't watched a lot of K dramas and you didn't really speak a lot of K dramas. um,
mhm.
but yeah, I agree with what you said. Like dress really cool, and just seeing the cultures is like it kind of inspires you to try new things and like go out of your comfort zone.
Appreciate her.
Okay, so Cherry, it's your turn. So I'm
Okay.
going to like spin. I'm going to give it a spin now. No, you're going to get another spin.
It's fate. NFTs.
Okay, nice.
Oh,
NFTs. We're on.
I'm
I
not
think
really
I've given you guys a
knowledgeable
lot.
about it.
Yeah, but I've given you guys a lot of like NFT lore over the past few days. So I think that this is probably like one of the easiest ones.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start your timer now. 90 seconds. So
NFTs, from what I know, well, first of all, from our previous rounds, NFTs are very unpredictable, which I'm kind of scared of NFTs as an investment since we never know when the value goes down or goes up. It's kind of is really shaky in that area. And also the Mudang people are already are already profiting of it, and I don't know how that works, but that was also the case with the Dogecoin. And I actually saw the documentary about the Dogecoin, and since I'm Japanese, it was a Japanese documentary, and the owner was literally just posting on her small blog, and it kind of got viral all of a sudden because somebody got that picture and then used it as a meme. But she never profited off it since it was just a meme. But then NFTs came around, and the someone some companies were reaching out to her to like make a deal about NFTs, but in a lower value than it deserved. So I remember that it's lucky how she also had a friend that was related to NFTs or blockchain technology, and that actually helped her evaluate the price for her NFT, the picture of the Shiba Inu. I forgot his name.
yeah.
And she was able to evaluate it for like a few $1 million, I think. And also, I don't know if she profited off the Dogecoin values though. But yeah, she's definitely the owner has definitely profited off that, and I think that's a good thing because it's you that image is used even today. I see it everywhere. I also use it, and yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah. So yeah, this was like you actually went over time. I just let you go because I wanted to hear the rest of like the story. But yeah, it's so interesting. Like the owner of the dog is like very
Yeah, she's just
different
like
from
a
like the creator
normal.
of the coin.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then the dog died, and then they like made a
yeah.
meme coin
Recently,
about like how other
the
dogs.
death. Oh my god, everyone
but
they make
but
everything
yeah,
a meme coin now.
yeah. So honestly, like everything, like once something starts trending, you just know that you're going to see a meme coin about it. So yeah, thanks for yapping, Cherry. What do you rate Cherry, everybody?
I just said whatever, but I guess that's what yapping is.
I was gonna say.
So yeah, you can send it to me. However, um,
I know the dog died. That's kind of sad.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think.
heard that. I heard that
Mm,
like Vitalik visited that dog all the way to Japan, but
Wow.
I'm not
Oh,
sure Vitalik. yeah, that was
What do you?
also
Oh, okay.
interesting.
Okay, so Diana, your turn now. Um, I'm going to
Okay.
give it a spin for you.
Okay.
But you guys don't like roasting things. I want, ooh, celebrity gossip. Nice.
Ooh,
So I'm going to set my
um,
timer and okay, your time starts now.
okay. I've been logged in, so I don't really know about South Gossip right now. But I think it's wild how much people get involved with other people's lives. It's like it kind of becomes like an obsession where people are following their every move, and they're just like over analyzing every aspect of this person's life. Like if, like for example, something that I've seen a lot with Taylor Swift, their fans, her fans are like, if she like puts her hand in a certain way, or like if she does something a little differently than what she's done other times, people go insane. And it becomes like this entire drama that we don't really know anything about their lives, and just getting um so obsessed over this person. I think it's crazy, and I've been there when I was like a child. I really loved Justin Bieber, and but it wasn't like that type of like obsession. I just really loved his music, um, but then I just got over it. But yeah, I think it's wild how people just become so focused on other people's lives.
Yeah, and that was like 90 seconds. So
Okay.
great job on time also. So tell me, what do you rate Diana for like this round? Everybody else that's not Diana. Mm,
But yeah, I really agree though that people are kind of really obsessed with looking out for every single move of these celebrities, but people forget that they're also human too, that deserve privacy.
Yeah. And like when they
Yeah,
go
I
out and say
what you're
that,
saying.
yeah, when celebrities go out and like publicly say, like I can have a life and I can do things, like people really get offended. Like, no, you be famous, you
Yeah.
don't have a right to do anything on your own. Like we're gonna follow you everywhere because that's what famous people get for being famous. And it's like, okay, chill. Like,
yeah, and then they, what's it called? They like search for the information that's not even like public,
yeah.
um, and like dig out like it's crazy.
And it
But
can even
I
be like,
imagine like the person that put this on the wheel actually likes to like listen to celebrity gossip, probably. Maybe not the negative like ones. But go on, what you were saying, Diana.
yeah, I was gonna say that it can turn into like really fatal. Like for example, I remember like back, I don't remember what year. I'm sure you probably heard about it. Um, there was this singer that was called Christina Grimmie, and she was killed by a fan that was obsessed with her. Um,
Yeah, I think I saw that documentary too.
yeah,
Like, I'm not really against celebrity gossip if it's like with public information, but people go so far, like as like what you said, stalking them or trying to speculate everything out of mere guesses and rumors, which I think is, yeah, I think that's going too far.
Yeah, and there's like even a entire like psychological aspect with, parasocial relationships where people can feel like they have a relationship with this person, and it's like a whole thing. But yeah, like they become so obsessed with this person that they start feeling like, because this person maybe at some point like liked the tweet that they posted, like they just start making up stories. And when obviously this celebrity doesn't know anything about you, doesn't love you, doesn't, they're just doing their thing. When they realize that, it turns fatal, like with Christian Agreement, which is, that was what happened with this guy that was basically wanted to be with her, and she obviously didn't want to because she never met him, and he became just so angry, and did, went out to a concert of hers and um, shot her, which is tragic. She was like really young.
Yeah. Yeah, and she was singing like, and that was like her prime also, and she sang so beautifully. I think it was on The Voice that she was from, if I remember correctly,
Yeah, I
or X
think.
Factor. I think she was on X Factor. I don't know. I don't remember,
Yeah,
but I
I
think it
think
was The
I
Voice.
watched that season because I remember feeling shocked when I heard the news.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, it was terrible. Like she was really young, and she was just starting out her career as well. So yeah.
Okay, so time for Lila. I'm going to give it a spin for you, Lila. And I hope your audio is
Go.
like fine. Okay,
It
let's
is
go.
not, but we move. So yeah.
This is so unfair.
Yay.
Oh my goodness, the universe.
This is the
This is so
universe.
unfair. Wait, okay, so let me ask you guys now. Should we allow somebody to like yap about the topic that they No, I think that if it lands on the topic that you picked, you have to roast it. You can't yap. Because you have a lot to
No.
say. Or should I just let her like yap about Korean drama? You decide. Like you guys have all the power.
I feel like since we already talked about it, she should get a chance to respin if she
Yeah,
wants to.
I think so too.
Okay.
You guys know very well that I do not want to respin. Let's go. Why did you respin it? No.
That's it.
Okay.
Traveling.
Wait. Fine.
Okay. I think it's only fair if we like don't repeat topics.
All right.
Um
Traveling. I don't know if I have much to say about traveling because I don't really travel much. There are places that I would really like to go to, like Lisbon. Lisbon is a beautiful city, and I haven't been to like Ghana in a while since I was a kid. So Accra, Ghana, and I really love to see cultural monuments in new countries. So places that are very touristy, but they have a lot of history. Maybe like the Taj Mahal or like temples in different countries generally. So I want to have the chance to see those one day. I really do want to travel. I've been planning to like take a year off and just travel, really, and like do a world tour, but with a lot less like fame, like just a personal world tour kind of. I think that's really, really cool. Is that 90 seconds, Paloma?
no, you still got
Should I
some
keep
time.
going? Sweet.
Yeah, keep
Okay. Like there's this person that I follow. She's a Nigerian woman, and she's done this thing where she drives. She like drove from I think Lagos to London, or was it? She like drove throughout West Africa, which is pretty dangerous because there are certain areas by road that are not very safe. But when I see people do stuff like that, I'm just like, okay, I can definitely do something like this. If not by road, but like I can definitely, travel to 30 countries in like 6 months. You know what I mean? It's very doable. And it's been really cool to see how many new people she's met, like all of the crazy experiences. And yeah, I'd love to have an experience like that. Like that's on my bucket list, at least once in my life. Be able to know that I've like set foot in different continents.
Okay, that's like a little over like 90 seconds, but thank you for sharing. Okay, so we're going to do like one more round of yap or roast. This time 60 seconds, not 90. To yap or roast. And then like the same, you spin the wheel, you yap on a topic that has not been yapped on before. You rate each other, and then I'll probably take an average of like the rates and then like add it to the scoreboard. But anywho, in the meantime, have you guys like do you guys miss your flights when you travel? Is that something that happens to you? Have you missed the flights before?
It happened to me, yes.
I
It's,
have.
yeah.
Online check-in, guys. It's the key. Oh my goodness. If I don't online check-in, it's gonna be such a hurried mess.
I think with traveling, like it gets really hyped up, but I don't know, like it's cool. I mean, I would love to do like what Layla said, of like traveling to a bunch of places. But it's also so exhausting to be on a plane like at all times. Maybe like driving it would be better because you get to have like I guess like some kind of van with like a bed and things like that. But yeah, and then when I missed my flight, it wasn't even my fault. Like the airport was so full of people, like with the migrations. It took me like 3 hours, and by the time I was running from one end of the airport to the other to get to my door, and I didn't make it. And I was like, "Yeah, please let me in," and they wouldn't let me. So I lost the flight.
Yeah, I think that traveling in theory is like perfect. In practical, there's so much inefficiency and like especially
Uh,
if you're like having to do it and like work and like all the like you miss a flight, you're stuck in the airport, you sleep in the airport. It's even worse if you like need visas. That's another like added
yeah.
thing. But okay. Um I think we can just like go to the other round now. So like Emmanuel, back to your turn to spin. And so yeah, I'm going to give it a spin now.
I need to go on.
Crypto.
Oh,
Interesting.
crypto. All right, so I can definitely yap about this. Let me know when you're ready.
um wait, let me start the timer. Okay. Started the timer. Go.
All right, so I'm gonna talk to y'all today about Bitcoin. I've recently started investing my money back in there because every time I would trade and not invest. So I was in it for the short term in the past, but now I'm in it for a long run just because I don't know. I just think since it's a deflationary currency and there can't be more than 21 million Bitcoins mined ever, like it's digital gold with an actual proof, and it's also like an asset and a currency. And since the halving, every time that Bitcoin's rewarding is sent out every 4 years to miners, it's cut in half. There's like 165 days until it pops off. And those 165 days have passed since I think April, something of 2024. And now it's starting to go up. And I think, I don't know, in the US, like currency is trash, not backed on the gold anymore. They just keep printing, the economy keeps printing dollars. And I've always student Chris Johnson, who's just been heavy on Bitcoin for a long time now. It's been wild to see his portfolio blow up. And every day he just says like, just use it as your saving account. Just put your money in there and forget because yeah, I think it's gonna go up. So I'm starting to use it now as my second saving account. But I just started investing like $150 like last week. So I'm just gonna keep adding to it and hopefully not touch it.
Okay, so that you actually did more like 90 seconds, but like
Oh snap!
bravo. So tell me what you tell me what you rate Emmanuel's yapping about. It was more even like preaching the gospel of like investing in Bitcoin because um USD is now trash. But anyway, tell me what your rating were.
I look, you want to keep yapping.
I could tell.
Don't let
Like
us stop.
yapping on crypto or like yapping on anything else.
I just hate how like it was so cheap when I was a student. It's like I really could have bought a whole coin. What was I doing with my money?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how like every time regression or time slip comedy skit always has some element of Bitcoin in it. Like, oh my goodness, you have to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's true. Because it just was so cheap. And now it's just, oh my gosh. It's, yeah.
What's your rating, Myla?
It's also crazy because now there are so many people that still don't believe in crypto, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and it's like when are you going to catch up to the rest of us?
Right, I agree. And it wasn't until I went to a conference once in Austin, Texas, and I met a man from Brazil, and he told me how they used USDC coin
Hmm.
just because the value of their currency would fluctuate so much,
Hmm.
um, and that even like local merchants, like at his local uh, like grocery store, would take USDC. I'm like, well, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's actually true. I'm from Ecuador, and I've been to Brazil, and also it also happens in Argentina because of the inflation. It's better now with their new president, but you can also just like via kind of there's an app kind of like Uber Eats where you can like pay this person with the USDC and then they bring you Argentinian pesos. So it's insane. With emerging economies like in South America, um, the value of crypto it's really exponential.
Wow, that's really cool to hear.
Okay. Okay, so I think it's Sherry's turn to yap now. So I'm going to give the wheel a spin and see what happens. Web3 gaming.
Oh wow, okay. I don't
This is
know
a
much
good one
about
for
this
you to roast.
too.
That one.
But
Wait. Hold on, let me set your timer and then let's okay. Your time is going now.
um Web3 gaming. I mean, okay, I'm just gonna talk with the knowledge I have so far, and what I learned about Web3 gaming is that oh yeah, I I've lived in Philippines for a while as in my childhood, and Web3 gaming kind of got viral there. I forgot the name. Axie Infinity. Do you guys know about that? Yeah, everyone, not everyone, but like in the Web3 space in the Philippines, it was really getting viral. And even the news, I could see people that was able to buy houses for their families because of that. And As much as people like to roast it, I do think that it can be a source of income for some people. Although I don't know, I feel like the value has dropped now, which might be what caused a loss of money for people, which can be a really bad thing. But yeah, there are people who were able to buy houses and make a living out of it. And I think it's interesting how the concept of having a game item within as an NFT and you can use it in other platforms. I feel like it's already implemented with some of the Web3 gaming spaces or metaverses, I think, where you can buy a certain skin or item through NFTs and then bring it to another game. So it's like the transferability of the game, which is interesting too. And also the fact that online lands are considered equivalent to like real IRL lands. A Decentraland is a is one thing that I heard about. But yeah, I've also seen a lot of people roasting it since many of the value have come down recently. And I don't know, I do think it's a interesting concept. And we can like, well, it's not gaming, but the concept of tying land in digital and also the real life space is also interesting. Like you can store IRL estates and NFTs, and we can track everything and use smart contracts as a way to navigate through the real estate purchasing process and
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, go
decrease
on. Are
like
you still yapping?
yeah, I am pretty much finished, but like yeah, it would it would decrease like the fraudulent contracts that are prevalent in the real estate business, which I've had contact with, unfortunately. But like, yeah, I mean, it's not about Web3 gaming anymore. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah. No, but I think that like you trailed off a bit, but you had a point because part of the like use cases that were like touted for like NFTs and like digital land was like Web3 gaming is going to be big and like the metaverse. And so like you're going to like need NFTs as like your digital collectibles. You're going to like need all these things. But also it's going to be better than like Web2 gaming because if you have like if you buy like things in a Web2 game like Fortnite, you can only use it in like Fortnite, or you can only use it like it's not like transferable. So they're like, oh, like the blockchain, it's going to be like transferable. Like you can take your NFTs here and then you can trade them and you can make money. Like it actually belongs to you. So there was some use case, but like also there's a lot of memes about like the silly things happening and like the price drops and like the market shift. But yeah, let me know what you guys rate Cherry yapping. Yeah, you can add decimal points. I'm kind of still waiting on Lila, but like we can like move on. Lila will send it when she can, preferably now. So Diana.
I sent it.
Oh, you added it you sent it before you said like, can you add decimal points? Okay, got it. Um, okay, so Diana, it's your second turn.
Okay.
You know?
Oh my gosh.
This is interesting.
Okay.
Do we let her, yes
Mm,
or no? I
absolutely.
think we can. Okay. You guys are in charge, basically. I'm just like doing what you tell me to do. So so let me set your timer. Uh, okay, your time is
Gosh, I'm
starting
so
now.
nervous. Because there are just so many things I could go into. Like, there's so many topics that I would love to just yap about. But something that's been heavy on my mind this last few months is that I kind of feel like with the rise of like TikTok and like educational content and that type of thing, everyone just kind of became a therapist or a psychologist, and everyone just starts, um, telling you like, oh, you should do this or you should do that, and um, without any really specific degree or knowledge about it, like other than like taking a course here and there. But that's not enough to like be a therapist and guide people through so many different situations that could arise. Um, so that's been kind of conflicting for me to see that. And yeah, just that whole interaction between social media and psychology, where kind of everyone is like a guru or tries to teach you about how to live your life, but what are your credentials to do so? It's not like psychology, it's you know um, just anyone can go and do it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. And then um, I also think, despite all of this knowledge that's been posted online, um, there are still like so many things that um, are being left behind, and we're focusing more on now like the um, younger generation and that kind of thing. But older people, like, I think we can do like a better job at reaching older audiences to help them, through psychology, help them improve their lives, and yeah, just get better qualities of relationships. And yeah, I guess that's it. It's at 90 seconds.
Yeah, it's actually 60 seconds for like great yapping. Um, so you guys can send me like the scores you have for Diana. Like in the meantime, I want to ask you, Diana. So what do you think? Do you think, let me just like, I don't say what do you think because that's too open-ended. You think that like part of the reason like the older generation is not like being catered to is because a lot of the people doing the like talking are and like the helping are also young themselves, so they can't really like help. I mean, there's only so much like you can do for like things you've not experienced. And so it's more like, oh, a younger version of myself or like people like my peers. And if like most of the people helping are like not old, like very young, then maybe like that's part of why.
Um, n- I wouldn't say that. I think it's more of the approach that we take is when you're reaching younger audiences, it's easier, because most people that are posting online are young and know how to approach people within their age range. But when you have like this older audience or patients that you want to reach, you kind of have to do it in a different way, because it's they don't consume content the way that younger people do, and they're not gonna react the same way. And like there's this whole thing where older people may not see the content that you post for younger people in the same way that they would receive it, if that makes sense.
Okay, I get what you mean. It's like everybody knows how to the like general way of creating content is like catered to the younger audience.
Yeah.
But like there's not really like specific catering to the older people. Also, they're like kind of newer on the internet, but not really. But in a sense.
Yeah.
Um okay. So I'm going to like spin the wheel for you, Lila. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I think I'll be spinning
It's
because
the
we did
same
NFTs
thing.
already.
Oh
And
my
we did
goodness.
crypto already. Oh my gosh.
The spin likes Web3.
How smart crypto people are. Or how dumb if you want to roast people in crypto. If you want to roast all of us, please do. Or like talk about how smart, or like you can talk about like the smart people and like just say nothing about the not so smart people. I don't know. I don't know how you're going to like do this, but
Can I
I'm going
pass
to
on this
start your
one?
time.
No. Okay, yeah, go ahead. No, I'm kidding. Actually, this is the first year that I've actually met a lot of people in Web3, blockchain, crypto. I can't like quantitatively say how smart everybody is. I haven't measured it, but it's definitely been interesting the kinds of topics that I can delve into with people that are in this space that I didn't really find that I could when I was in school for political science. Like, I can't really talk about things like financial inclusion in the same way, for example. I just found that they didn't really seem to grasp what I was talking about. I've gone to like events with developers in typical Web2 tech, and it was pretty much the same. The kinds of discussions that you have in crypto are very different, and there's a base level of understanding that everybody brings in already. You don't really need to talk too much about like why people need self sovereignty with crypto people, because they're already coming in understanding what you mean and why it's useful. So I don't know if that directly relates to how smart crypto people are, but I think that crypto people are a lot more in touch with the real problems that people are having, like with financial access. Yeah.
Interesting. Um, because sometimes people say, like, I get what you're saying also, but like the opposite
Mm.
of that is like sometimes people say like crypto people are like out of touch
Yeah, I was
with
gonna say.
reality. But like you said, you're talking based on like the people you met. So I think that
Yeah,
you're
for
making
sure.
like
Like I've
really
met people
useful.
through like SheFi and
Uh,
That
just
makes
like
sense.
freelance work stuff.
uh,
So like gone through like maybe like conferences where people are like, just trying to fill up space or whatever, anything like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Mhm.
So maybe it's a much more curated group.
I think there's also, I don't know how true it is, because like she's saying, I've never really met a lot of crypto people. I'm just new to space. I'm going to my first conference in November, which I was telling Paloma. But I do kind of get the feeling that a lot of crypto people are book smart. like they're really good with, programming and math and all of that. But then when it comes to like interpersonal relationships and like, talking to other humans, um, it will not be, the same. But again, like that's just the feeling that I get from like crypto Twitter. But I will update you once I go to my first conference.
Okay, so you guys can send me your scores for Lila. I only have from Emmanuel right now. And I think yeah. So that we're done yapping like um we're actually done like officially kind of with like the actual competition part. I don't know if you guys seem to like yapping, so like tell me if there's any topic on the wheel like you just want to like yap about, like just for fun, no scores, maybe a bonus, like I don't know. Let's see. But like if you want to have some time, if not, then we'll call it a day and then I give you back the rest of your, we call it a night or a day or like early morning because it's early for Cherry. But yeah, basically like let me know if there's anything that like stood out to you on the like wheel. Um I know that like
I know
maybe for someone like Lila, she would have like wished to yap about Korean dramas.
I'm so curious about everyone's crazy experiences.
What if
Like,
it's not safe for work? I'm joking. I'm joking on live. But yeah, go on. What are your crazy not craziest, crazy. So it can be like mildly crazy. It can be like very crazy.
Is that an open-ended question?
Ah yeah, if you want to share. But if you don't want to, like you can
I just got to
DM
think about.
me.
I feel
I'm
like I have a
joking.
lot week to week. Um,
Um,
yeah, I feel like the most recent one. I stole somebody Uber Eats because they got delivered to the wrong house, and I was like, oh wow, I'm taking this. But it's nighttime, right? And then I bring it to the kitchen. And I'm like, oh, this is McDonald's. So I throw it in trash, and then I called up, Uber Eats to, like, hey, got the wrong house. They're like, oh, you can just throw it and give it to the homeless. Well, wow, that's cool. At least they refund the driver or whatever. Um, but I kind of felt bad, and then I see like this person kind of like breaking into my neighbor's backyard, and it was just wild. It was just a wild night, and then
what?
I ended up calling. I didn't know his his name or number, so I called my friend who had his number. And then I see the neighbor come outside the back and like threaten to get his pistol out. And then it's like, whoa, this might get real. And then they leave. So I think they might have been drug or high or something. Um, but this happened last month. And I still think about that sometimes because now the neighbor installed a lock on his backyard. But it was just a wild night. Um,
Wow.
yeah, random, but yeah.
Please be careful.
Yeah.
That sounds very dangerous.
It does.
Yeah, especially since it was night too. Like, dang, like, are you playing hide and seek? What's going on?
I feel like,
yeah, that was
yeah,
definitely like crazy. But yeah,
yeah,
go
that
on.
was.
Someone was saying something. I'm
I
just
was
sorry,
saying,
like okay, go on. Just go on, like feel free to yap about like wait, I was going to ask Emmanuel, but like you can go on, then I'll remind me that there's something I want to ask you about the wheel. If I forget, but I don't think I will. But go on.
Yeah, so I kind of have not, I don't know if it's crazy, but it was definitely a very like heartwarming experience where I was on the bus from university one day, and on the radio, this Bob Marley song comes on. I have no idea what the song is. I'm so sorry, but it's that one that's like redemption song. I think it's what it's called. But like everybody in the bus just starts like singing the chorus at once, and it was such a like weird magical experience. And it was like evening, the sun was setting, and I was in this bus ride home, like looking out the window, and everyone in the bus is just chorusing this beautiful song. And I keep thinking about that. It's just such a lovely experience.
Yeah, that's very
That sounds really
heartwarming.
beautiful.
It was, and nothing like that has ever happened to me again, which sucks.
Yeah, we need more wholesome experiences in our lives. Like just
Okay.
someone saying hello can like brighten your day. Like some stranger saying good morning, any random greeting.
Yeah, I was thinking about that just this week, and I kind of came to the conclusion that we kind of have to increase our surface area to get, to find those moments, because it's easy to say like, oh yeah, that never happens to me. But I mean, with what you're saying, like people singing, like that would, you know, there's not much that you can do to influence that. But like with other smaller things, such as, just people being kind to you, or like having the chance to speak with someone about, if you're like in a specific group or something like that. That would never happen if you don't put yourself out there into those spaces where you can talk with other people and connect. Um, but yeah, I think that's definitely needed, and it kind of needs to start with us. So like we need to be that person for other people. So like with what Cher was saying, it's like just seeing someone and telling them, "Hi, how's your day?" Like that's, just asking the cashier where you're paying, where you're buying something. But yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree, Diana. And like, but there's something I've kind of noticed, which is some people are not in a like mental space where they're open to even receiving any kind of positive message. Like I tend to just blurt out random compliments to people when I see them, just because I don't I don't see the need in like keeping those kinds of things to my head. Because people tend to say negative things out loud a lot. So I'm like, screw it. If I think something is cool, I'm going to say it's cool. If I think something looks good, I'm going to say it looks good. But I've also had very interesting experiences where like I complimented a girl on her shirt once, and I wasn't wearing my glasses. I just saw the general print of the shirt and it was very beautiful. And I put on my glasses and I was like, yeah, okay, it does actually look really cool. Like now that I can see it really clearly. And then she was like, oh, I knew your compliment wasn't genuine. Like, how could you have complimented me if you didn't see it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it seemed like that's something that it seemed like it had really like stayed in her head. Like, this is like ages later, because like she had left the room. I put on my glasses, came out, saw the shirt. I'm like, yep, that was right. It looks good. And it's like, so that entire time, that like 20, 30 minutes later, this was still in your head, thinking that I wasn't genuine about my compliment of your shirt. And it's crazy. Like, I've told someone her hair looked nice, and she gave me the nastiest look I've ever received from another human being. So, yeah. So, like, it's crazy. Like, some people are just not, they almost, I don't know, they're not receptive of that. So, I
Yeah.
don't even know what you could do as a person to make people more receptive to positive messages. Like, people think that negative things are truer than positive things, and it's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
no,
true.
yeah, yeah, I get what you mean. And I I feel like that, that can happen because people are, at different stages in their lives with regards to like personal growth and that kind of thing. Um, but yeah, just it's hard when you kind of want to be kind and then you receive that type, like when that girl like looked at you like what the fuck. But yeah, it's just kind of like don't let that stop you because what you put out to the world is what's inside of you. And like that person's probably going through God knows what, and they don't have they don't have the tools to like exteriorize all of those feelings, and like they just keeping them everything inside, and that's why that happens.
Yeah, I respect you a lot, Layla, for like putting out what's in your head, like compliments and spreading positivity. Like there are people who don't take it well, and I guess like until they're in the right headspace, we shouldn't like. I guess we shouldn't involve ourselves with negative people as much. I mean, there are people who are going through stuff, and we can give them support, but yeah, there are people who are like not in the right headspace, and yeah, that's definitely tough being rejected for just complimenting them. But yeah, I do respect you, and I hope you don't stop and make that discourage you, since that's a very admirable thing to do.
Yeah, not a lot of people do it because it's
Yeah,
yeah. So
I wanted to comment. Like I heard this quote once that goes, "Baggage is all the errors you're still in love with." And I think when people are so in love with their errors, it's hard for them to accept a genuine compliment that's coming from your mind or top of mind or from your heart. Um, it's like, dang, like, and I think about Erica Badu, her song "Bag Lady." Like, you got all that carrying all this baggage with you, and something dope comes across. You don't have the bandwidth to accept it. Still trying to hold on to all the stuff that's happened in the past, or maybe that person is in their own head um, about what they perceive to be true versus what actually is, or the other side or bright side of things. I know
hmm
I've been there a lot of times where like I've sometimes when it comes to certain things or topics, I can't take a compliment. Some things like, oh, dang, is this person really telling the truth? I don't know. So let me just another quote found on Twitter is like, I can choose to water my flowers or not. So I was like, I'm gonna water these flowers.
yeah, I get that too.
yeah,
Like sometimes our self esteem might be low to like believe a compliment or an a positive thing happening to us. But yeah, I also try to believe in it and be positive with everything despite it all.
yeah. It's kind of hard. It's a lot like society just basically tells us like, um, you can only feel good with yourself when you have X, Y, and Z, or when you look a certain way, when you have this amount of money in your bank account, and um, we tend to just accept that, and when we don't have that, we are not at that point yet. It's like I'm not worth anything right now because I don't have that thing, or the money, the job,
Yeah, the
the
material things or the status.
yeah. And it's like if you will be worth something one day when you have that, you are already worth something right now. And it's just kind of like it's just continuous cycle of like giving yourself grace. Like I may not be where I want to be, but I'm taking the steps towards um, achieving that goal or whatever it is I'm trying to do. But it's hard. Like it's easy to say that, but like the process is really tough because you have to like unlearn so many things. But yeah, props to everyone who's doing it.
Yeah, props to you guys.
Shout out to y'all in the arena.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's hard, we have to be our like own supporters.
Yeah. That's
Okay, so I wanted to ask Emmanuel, what is HCI or like HCL? I don't know. You put it
Oh,
on.
it's human computer interface.
I had a
Um,
feeling like that was it, but okay, go on.
yeah, it can
Yeah.
be very broad, like to devices that you interact with. Like there's this there's this device that I forgot what it's called, but it's like think of your mouse pad or a trackpad, but on the roof of your mouth, and you use your tongue to move it up and down like a cursor or scroll wheel. Um, so people that might not be able to use their hands can use it, and that's like an example of HCI. I love stuff like that.
well, I
Sorry if
didn't
I
know.
was yapping.
I thought that was more like human computer interaction, or it's like it's studying like UX, accessibility, and like all of that.
That's also part of it too.
Yeah,
So it's like a broad field.
It is.
that's crazy though. Like, I've never heard of that device before. I
Yeah,
actually,
I'll in the chat.
yeah, that would be great. I have a brother who's disabled, and it's crazy like how limiting the world is for people that don't have like aren't able to do things with their hands or with their legs. Like it's really limiting. So it's cool to see how technology can help aid these people and like living just regular lives and doing what everyone does.
Yeah, I agree. Um, I like those purpose driven um, innovations. It's needed.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Yeah, it's really cool how technology can help people, like what you said with disabilities or even other medical conditions.
Yeah. Yeah, that leads me, just brings me back to even like it's something that most people wouldn't think about, which is like Selena Gomez has her company, it's called Rare Beauty, and her like the blush thing, like she has, I don't remember what's the condition that she has, but sometimes like she has pain like in her hands and she's not able to like open bottles, and she like obviously with her experience she came up with this makeup line that helps people that suffer the same conditions as she does, that they will be able to open bottles and like use be self-reliant, and even with just like who would think just a blush like a makeup thing you wouldn't be able to open it. Um, but yeah, that there's just so many fields with regards to these disabilities that are still untapped. Like not a lot of funding goes into it. But yeah,
Okay, so I have the like leaderboard for today. Great job, everyone. The scores are actually like pretty high. So great job, everyone. I took an
yay.
average for like the last two of like what everybody did and like divided it. And yeah, so that's it. And then there's only one round left, which is like the final. And then um yeah, that's basically it. I will pass along any like information on the group chat. But like let me know if you guys like have any questions or like anything to say or Um,
Not for me.
Yeah, no questions. This has been fun. Like round one, round two. It's just been a blast.
Yeah.
yeah, thank you for like coming on this Yappa's journey with me. um,
Thank you for having us. It's been really nice chatting with you.
yeah, me too.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, I think that uh, there's nothing left for me. We always actually like yap way longer than like 60 minutes for some reason. I mean, the reason is obvious. This is like yappers. So I feel like you guys probably like in real life um like sometimes struggle to like stop yapping. Like I know like so I've said it before, like Emmanuel is a good friend of mine. So when we do like a catch up call, we'll have like we put like 30 minutes on the calendar and then we go for like an hour and like 30 minutes. And
Yeah.
like I do that, like with other people too. Uh Also, like, have you guys seen that meme that they say like, don't talk to her, she like yaps too much, and she has like a lot of work to
Yeah.
that office meme that they have to put a sign like
Yeah. It's
behind
like
your back.
on the back of the chair. It's like, she's busy. Do not talk to her. Yeah, that's me.
I can tell. But yeah, so I think that we're going to like end right now. Thank you to all my yappers. I'm still going to do like meet the yeah, so that's one thing. I don't have like wait. Okay, actually, wait. I actually have from everybody here, I think. Like your meet the yappers. So like I'm going to like do like a series of like meet the yappers, like um just so people can meet you like next week. Hopefully when I have like from everybody. And yeah, so that's like the only thing. Let me know if you have any questions. And thank you to everyone that joined as a yapper. Thank you to everyone that joined as a viewer. Thank you to everyone who sponsored. Thank you to Mega Live and Mega E and
Yay.
Jerk Race and College Down.
Yeah.
And yeah, shout out to everybody. Thank you for like watching, and we're going to like close out like very soon. So I'm probably going to do like a countdown and then end the stream. So we're going out in like five, four,
Thank
three,
you.
two.
Bye bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.